formats of racing with a little bit of a sprint thing going on last week. So, yeah, it's been really good. But here we are at Hungaroring for round 4, like you said, and yeah, really awesome track to spectate on. The boys love racing it. It's pretty technical. Yeah, it should be a good night, mate.
Too right. And apologies there. There was a little bit of neat stuff at the start. I actually forgot to hit the stream button, Davo, which was a bit of a shocker because that would have just missed that little intro. But everything else is captured. So yeah. So as we said, yeah, plenty of interesting stuff. Cool track. Round 4. Well, what can you tell us, Davo, about the championship status at the moment in relation to the 3 categories? Have you got that data up, or did you want me to cover that off, or you're all good?
Yeah, well, I do. I think I have got the overall standings at the moment.
Yep.
With obviously JB leading the championship on 184 points. Jeffro and Luke Crompton following in second and third. Farmer in 4th, Aztec 5th, Steve Melling in 6th position, Mudgee in 7th, all pro drivers all the way down to 13th.
Yep.
First Pro-Am driver, 14th position with Cameron. Not sure what cars Cameron driving. We've got BK that's actually slipped, one of the pro drivers that slipped down into 15th, but yeah, 16th Carlo, Bear Grylls in 17th. These guys have been battling the last few races. Good to see.
Yeah,
and then
level on points, those two for second in the Pro-Am, yep.
Yeah, as you'd expect, because we do see them together a lot. Yeah, and then as we start to move down into the Am and Pro-Am boys, we've got Kenny in 19th, Gunther in 20th, 21st Nick, B-Dog 22nd, 23rd Matt, 24th Troy, 25 Jacob, 26 Rob, 27 Pete, 28 Ryan, 29 Jarkus. Is Jarkus racing tonight? I'm not sure. 20 we got Jason, 31 30 we got Jason, 31 Mark, and 32 Owen.
Yes, no, very good. Yes, to answer your question, Damien Jones, aka Jarkus, is out on track tonight, so welcoming Jarkus back.
I know he's had some new equipment over the last few weeks and has struggled with some technical issues, so good to see him out there tonight again.
Yeah, and so based on those championships, obviously that those margins, obviously those positions you called out, there's a 10-point swing back to Jeffro in second in the Pro Championship, with Luke Compton only a point behind him there, so that battle was really, really hot. And then Farmer, which drives, I guess, the sister car of the JB stable there, is in 4th and coming. I would have said early what I saw in the Tuesday practice that we did a little test stream of, Davo, that he was coming. But man, have we just seen those Mercedes Benzes just step up in this official Thursday night practice, mate? They're just like, I think we saw Craig Stoneley jump in there at the top early in the piece. He showed some early pace, got bumped down a little bit, but then Luke Crompton smashing a 53.3 in that session on a fast track. I think that the Beamer boys won't have it their own way tonight, because it went Merc.
I don't think so, and even the Porsche outpacing, I think, the Beamer in earlier practice as well, only half a second off Crompton in the Mercedes. So yeah, nice work from Josh Vettiger there. So
yeah, so hey, just picked up on the Jim's Mowing Aston of Aztecs. Not sure whether we've had a little bit more sponsorship there from Jim's Mowing, so hopefully he doesn't.
Car's looking slick.
Yeah, it does look good, and hopefully he doesn't want to cut too much grass out here tonight.
No, you'll get that new paint job all dusty, so the car's looking good. I was actually focused on him there before you crossed there, so yeah, cut some smooth lines, obviously a little bit. This track, beautiful track actually. Some of the boys really love it. sure there's a couple of boys that really hate it,
Yeah.
but it's quite technical. But when you get the rhythm, it flows nice. Of course, for us as spectators and J-Man, it's a great track to watch.
Yeah.
It always delivers for entertainment, but really nice to watch the cars race around here. So, yeah.
Yep, so as you say, so just
Smooth
watching
smooth
him
as
come
fast.
through, I'm not sure who's the first, looking at the times, 129, 123, so I'm going to say it actually is Aztec as to be one of the first guys to bank a lap, given that he's a minute 40 through the lap now, coming up to the final corner.
Yep, just got a... Looks like it'd been a really smooth lap, like I was saying, so...
Yep.
Just
In the
pictures
53.
nicely.
What did he bank? What did he bank?
53.6.
But it was non-registered. There was a cut in it. So it's a non-registered time,
right?
and
Okay.
and Joshy banked a 53.4 straight away. So
And that's why he's dropped 7th, and Josh is in 1st. Yeah, with this.
Yep.
So that's another what 3/10 quicker, 4/10 quicker than his practice time for Joshy, I think there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah.
So he's got John's sharing the front row at this point with him on a 3.7, but a 3.4 playing a 3.7. 3/10 in this field, as you know, Davo, is a big margin. These guys can get 0.0 or 9/10 of bugger all. So I expect to see these move. Good to see Ashley up there. At this point, I know we're early in the session. We've got 4 minutes and 4 seconds left of this qualifying session.
And that goes quickly.
Does.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, so, but no, who did you want to have a look at? Because we've got some pretty cool numbers. I see BK's got the page lit up with 4/10, which would see him run down into the low 54s, which at this point would see him run up into the top 7 or 8.
I was actually focused on Ashley Rediger because his, well, until just the last corner there, he looked like he could have moved up a position.
Yeah, as Farmer just jumps up ahead of his teammate on a 53.7.
That's a good time there, actually, from Steve. So
yep. Ashley is going to improve here. He's still carrying 3/10 up.
That could see him, I'd probably say, on the
4/10
second row. Bam. Is that Aztec that just went to second?
He did.
Oh, look at that.
And that lap from Ashley was a 3.6, but it was disallowed, so...
so he drops back.
Yeah.
There you go.
Craig Stoneley. We mentioned Craig Stoneley.
We mentioned Craig Stoneley tonight?
Well, he's just up there on a 3.5 in P2.
Well, let's mention Craig Stoneley because, yes, he is. Quickly drops back, actually, with Melling and Luke Crompton both completing laps. Crompton with a 2.8.
Up to the top.
Gentlemen.
Twos. When we start talking about twos?
From Luke Crompton.
The track has just gone optimum as we've just been talking to, so expect the back 2 minutes of this to ramp up.
Steve Melling actually putting himself in 3rd.
Yeah.
Provisionally at the moment with a 53.4. Actually matching Josh Rediger's time to the number.
Split.
So unbelievable.
Yeah.
Nice work from both drivers there.
Luke Crompton currently 2/10 up on that brilliant 2.52.8, so 3/10 up. So he's got some pace, man.
Yeah, that Merc has been hooked up the whole season.
Yep.
I mean, obviously, ratings are acting, and it doesn't always just go your way.
Big slide out of that right-hander.
Look at even with the back sliding, it still deals with it. He's leading. Oh.
That's a track cut. That is definitely a track cut. He's pushing hard.
So clearly, the boys at
just
the top
picked up on JB Davo.
JB up a little.
3 to 4/10. This will see him move provisionally front row.
Oh, maybe third. Maybe.
Has he got enough for
Struggling
Aztec?
with the qualifying.
P2.
The P2 does put him on the front row of the grid, but we're only talking start of the show
Jarkus
tonight.
coming across for a lap.
How JB was struggling to get that beamer up to speed in qualifying, and there he goes. Nice work.
Cookie's on a good lap, Dave Oak. He's up 7/10. This will see him move into the 4 bracket. See him go up a couple of spots. He does. He went down one, then up one. Wow. It's the movers and shakers.
There is.
Okay, BK's still on a good lap. Ashley on another good lap.
I think Stanley coming around, because I thought Stanley had a maybe a cut lap. I think you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
He's coming around and he's a few tenths up on his current, which could put him on the second row. So it's probably worth one just to have a quick look at.
Yep, we're on board with him now. Well, not on board, but we've got the trackside cameras focused right on him.
And looking smooth.
Like the white rims on this car.
He has dropped a couple of tenths there, actually, in the mid section of the track.
Yeah, Ashley's still carrying his margin. He's still 3/10 up, which will see him move into about P7. Gee, he could be pressuring Jeff for this position.
And that would be good just to get into the top 10 at least. Stoney's actually regathered that few tenths and some.
Yeah, but he's sort of a little bit wide into that final corner.
A little bit wide there again, which just cut it in half again.
And it puts him to the top on a...
Second row.
Second row. Yeah, on a 3-2. Wow.
Good work in front of Aztec. Very nice work. Yes, with a 3-2.
Stephen Mellon, can he improve? Can he improve? Not quite. Still a great showing.
Yeah. Intense qualifying. These boys aren't mucking around.
Massively. Yeah, Farmer got shuffled down to 10th in that session.
Yeah,
Luke
it's not
Crompton.
good enough just to put a banker in anymore, J-Man. You know, like you got to put the banker in and then go hard and go hard again for another lap, don't you?
You're right. Yeah, we better grab Luke. We better give him a congrats on his pole.
Definitely.
Luke Crompton down to the booth. G'day, Lukey. How you, brother?
Hey boys, what's up?
Jesus, big lap there, Cromley.
Yeah, pretty fucking hectic, bro.
Did you know you had a 2 in you?
Yeah, I did actually.
Oh, okay. So there's a bit of practice going on there, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Nice. So yeah, the car looks good. I just we were focused earlier in the week. I don't know if you caught the test stream, but the BMWs were out in force and bashing around laps, looking pretty good. We kind of didn't realise the Mercs were going to sneak up on it like that.
Yeah, I see Stoney's up there too, so...
Yeah, so is there a bit of data sharing with Stoney these days, mate?
No, not yet, mate.
Not yet. Jesus.
I like that 4/10 gap between us, mate. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Open your wallet, Stoner. Come on, mate. Come see Cromley, mate. He's got the demon tweaks. Nah, hey, well done, Crompo. All the best for the race, mate. Hopefully we're talking to you again shortly, yeah?
Yeah, cheers. Should be a good one.
All right, mate. Have a good one, eh?
Good luck, Luke.
Cheers.
Oh, there you go. It's a big lap, man. I'm not sure that all those boys would have seen that coming.
Yeah, but they're definitely going to see it going into the distance. Come race start, because that car is going to drive away if he gets some fresh air. You just watch it.
He sounds confident. He did that at round 2. He John Boy had it his way in round 1. Cromley had it his way in round 2.
They both floundered a little in round 3.
Yes, yeah. Brands, the triple header was a little bit different. So yeah, definitely. John will want to make a good start, and and see what he can do down into 1. I'd expect that, yeah, see Cromley's got the inside line
Yeah,
down to 1,
as
so...
you'd expect. Okay,
All
I'll
right,
be back in a sec.
all right, mate. See what we've got here. Okay. All right. Okay. We'll just bring up that, so give you guys a bit of an idea of who's where. As we said, Crompo. We'll just bring that. Yeah, so Crompo, P1, and JB in second, so they share the front row. Stoneley with another great showing. The second row and third. Aztec, Josh, Stevo, Jeffro, Nick, Ashley, and Steve Wilton make out the 10. So we were just looking down here. It's showing from Nick Davidson up into P17. So he's pipped the likes of Kenny, Cam May, Mule, Troy Wilson, Grills, Stoper. So there'll be a real battle. There'll be a real battle going on. Those final 6 or 7 spots.
As usual,
Yeah.
in the mid to lower pack, gentlemen, it's
Definitely.
can get pretty hectic
Yep.
all the way through the race. So it's always good to just keep an eye on what's going on there, as much as the boys up the front. So they're just going to get the cars rolling. We do a full warm-up lap
Alright, so
before start.
if they're doing that, Davo, is that a great opportunity to give a plug to our sponsors?
We should. Ever faithful sponsors sponsoring the Asrnz Superior Joint Sealing GT4 Championship Challenge. We'll start with GoBro Racing, Hypercube Web Design and Online Marketing, Outdoor Effects, Macado Constructions, Zero Vision Motorsport and New Look Painting. Thanks very much for joining us, everyone. Whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, I'm not sure whether we're rolling to YouTube anymore at the moment, but if you're joining us
No,
on
100%. We do an export, we do an upload at the end of the night to YouTube. So if you don't have Twitch, you probably wouldn't know what's happening right now. But yeah, live to Twitch and then upload it at a later time in the night to YouTube. So we appreciate the viewers and certainly appreciate the feedback and give us a like or a share, because hey, look, the more people that hear about not just the stream or the broadcast in itself, the actual spectacle of what is Asrnz in the racing, and hell, if you're a sim racer and you want to be a part of it, get on board. Jump on the shout box on the website, so assettosimracing.co.nz, and
come and check it out.
Jump on and come and race with the boys. The whole place is just growing from strength to strength. 5 years old, 5.5 years old now, and they run a great show. It's fair. You'll see tonight, as per the stream. Like all sim racing, occasionally there's a bit of rubbing and stuff, but hey, look, it's all fair, love and war, and these guys have a great race control system, and you're well looked after as a sim racer. The community's got your back. Every single one of these guys is treated equally, whether you're a pro or a pro-am or an am. It doesn't matter. These guys are all over it. So
right.
And it's as I said, Davo, it's always great to be calling this with you, mate.
Yes, likewise, gentlemen, and we've watched and raced around these boys for years.
Around 15 for some of us.
Mate, it's great to watch them. It's great to call this stuff. Good things going on at Asrnz. Get involved, people.
Yeah, so what do you want at the start here? We're 2x2. We're coming up to the final corner.
You want to go folk, we need to get a bit of helicam on probably the second row or something.
Okay,
So
mate.
it'll just give us a bit of an overview of the first 3 rows and just see
For
what
sure.
goes on there.
As we watch them round the final corner, Luke Crompton on pole, got the race start procedure here. We'll just get rid of all the data off the screen so we can see these cars. Looking for a green
grid up
flag.
nicely. It's going to go green.
We've gone
Here
green.
we go. It is round 4 Hungaroring.
I reckon Stoneley will be
GT4s.
hungry into one here on
Look at
McDonald.
this. Doesn't look too scary at the moment. They've just got a really nice stagger on all the cars. A little bit of a bunch through the mid-pack there into one, but really tidy stuff. Gentlemen.
Oh, so good through the eye.
Very
This turn
tidy
one
stuff.
was very, very good.
It does bunch up a bit further down the track. Beautiful corner, this left-hander, as they dip down into the very fast.
There's a bit of
right
side-by-side there with BK and Jake.
back a little bit there.
Yep. Some great
So we've got
shots
a bit of
coming to you.
Really fast section of the track here. Bit of a flip-flop.
Just looking at Farmer all over the
this
back
corner.
of the 713 car of Steve Melling there, Davo. Looking pretty hungry, and
Yeah,
equally so was Damien Jones on the
I see that.
back
I
of
see that.
McIndoe.
It was at the back of McIndoe's car, just
Yep.
behind Wilton there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no love lost between any of those drivers.
No. Yeah. No, she's pretty willing there at the minute.
Very nice, tidy first lap.
Impressive first lap. I am absolutely stoked at these guys. Or as we just watched Jake McKellar get a run wide, will give Aaron Enright an opportunity to come down the inside as he does there.
Yes, he does.
Beautiful piece of driving there,
And,
opportunistic.
Yeah, nice move. Saw the opening and took advantage immediately.
Yep.
No mucking around, no indecision at all
So as we
from
just
Enright there.
Luke Crompton round in the final corner, Davo, he has got this lead. He will have his
So
head
who's
down.
just run into the pits there?
Okay, so Ashley
Somebody must have
Vediger
jumped
is
the
in.
start.
Ashley Vediger is in.
It's Vediger, is it?
Yep.
It is too. Ooh. So he must have got a little bit of a jump start there.
Well, he will have to have, because I can tell you technically that the
So he's got a
pits
dive
are
through.
not open.
No, he's got a DT on the on the Vediger car. So
That's going to hurt.
interesting. It will hurt. He'll be so dirty at himself there. So
Yeah, well, I won't go and talk to him right
we
now.
won't be going at the moment. So who are we focused on there?
Well,
now,
I'm just up the
JB?
front looking at JB chasing down probably, but it's actually Josh. Actually, I'm going to put the camera on Josh, Davo, because he is all over the back of the gyms mowing. Aston
He is.
this is a pretty
It's about as tight as they get. Look at that.
Wow.
Josh, even to very technical corner that the amount of ripple strip that the car will or will not take.
Is it too early to go for an onboard, Davo, with Josh?
Oh, of course it is.
All right.
But that never stopped us before, so
Let's do it.
whenever you're ready. But
Wow. Okay, we'll just watch him for as they round to the final 2 corners. We'll just watch Joshy for a lap and see him at work and see how this plays out.
yeah, nice discipline as always from Josh. Class act. As we thought, Luke has stretched a little bit from John, that Merc clearly stamping its authority, and Stoneley now putting pressure on the back of McDonald in the other Merc. That is not good for McDonald. To Luke.
Yes.
So duck down through the hill.
Sorry, mic was off. I just picked up on Jeffro there, getting that move done on Joshy Davo, and then Stevo capitalised on that and grabbed him as well. So Stevo got a heap of pace on at the moment as well. Joshy with a massive run wide to that left-hander down the bottom of the hill in Sector 1. Regathered now, Davo, but I tell you what, he's lost a couple of positions for it.
Yeah, nice work from Jethro and Melling there. Josh is obviously just replying.
Yeah.
A little bit of pressure back on Stephen to see if he can get that back, but
he's all over the back of Stevo.
Yeah, he's definitely returning serve at Stephen here now.
Okay, what do we got? Looking down here. He's having a look down the inside, thinks better of it. Nick looking at Steve Wilton. BK, Aaron Enright, Jake McAllister going at it as well, just looking back there. They're only just off the back of that group, Davo.
They are. It's all very tight still, only a couple of laps into the race here.
Yep. Second and a half for Cromley over JB now. Do you think he's going to have it all his way? And hey, we failed to mention already too, obviously coming off the back of the triple header last week, Dave, we're back to the important round of an hour-long race with that ever-important... Oh, Farmer having a look. Excuse me. Ever-important pit stops, that, you know, the magical 3.5 seconds. Farmer puts it down the inside. Josh having some serious issues here. Bit of rubbing there. I think he was far enough up myself. Dave, what's your call?
Definitely.
Yep.
It's easily up the, well up the side, Josh, before turn in there. Josh definitely wasn't going to give it to him lightly, but
no. So
they're very tidy. These guys are class acts. These guys don't muck around, and a lot of respect for both.
Josh looking to come back, heading up to the chicane there. Great piece of racing.
Steve will be right up for this. There's no. These guys are awesome to watch.
Yeah.
Just by themselves. So the two of them going toe to toe.
Yeah, they are.
It's gold. It's gold.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look at some margins down here. Jarkus has dropped back massively. So him and BK. So I'm not sure what's gone on there. Whether they made an early pit stop, I don't think so. No, they have. Apologies. We have got Jarkus and BK have made an early stop. Their pit stops are completed. So running a massive long run. These boys don't change tyres anyway, Davo. So just deciding that to get out of traffic, obviously, those two boys.
Yeah, with no doubt. Both of them sort of sitting back into that mid to low pack, so to speak, and would probably, particularly BK, I think it was you mentioned, was it?
Yep.
And Damien, both got enough pace to just walk in a little clear air to actually make a gain from it. So
yeah, I have
probably smart move from both. Yeah, sorry.
Cam on to Troy Wilson as he comes in the pits. I'm just going to watch the timer here as the car comes to a stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, look like a reasonable stop. Not massively impressive, but reasonably. Yeah, he was under the 10-second mark. I'm going to call it about 7.5, 8 seconds from O to go. So pretty good stop from Troy. But as we see him go floating off into the distance, is that my internet? Apparently it is.
It could be.
What is going on? You just have in the background.
Yeah, Troy just ducks out behind. I think that is.
Okay. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. You're good on your end, Davo?
I think I might have just lost Troy Wilson.
Okay, can you flick to someone else? Because I've got nothing. Apologies, guys. We'll just jam this technical glitch screen up here for a second, or we'll just reboot. Apologies, viewers. Welcome back. We probably only lost about 3 minutes there. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it wasn't too long, Joe, man.
Wasn't
Just
too...
a little bit of a technical glitch
Yeah.
there with the connection issue, but we are back here at Hungaroring and we're just chasing. I've been focusing on the Josh Vediger, Steve Wilton battle with that train of 4 cars, and
yeah, she's pretty busy, that one.
not too far behind. He's keeping them honest as well. These guys have been inseparable pretty well from the opening lap. So yeah, very close battle, and not giving up anytime soon.
Yes, and so hey, just a quick recap on stuff at the moment is what we could tell you.
Yes.
Is Jarkus, BK and Craig Stoneley, Troy Wilson have all made a stop. Probably the guy that's done the best out of that scenario of stopping early, I'm going to say is definitely, if I go down the list and I look for Jarks, so it's definitely Jarks, because for whatever reason his stop was clearly better than Stoneley's. He's moving forward, BK's going with him, and those guys have stopped early, so expect to see them feature a lot further up at about the half an hour mark.
Yeah, well, this is when a lot of the other boys will start making their pit stops in about half an hour or so, and probably a little bit throughout the second half of the race, right down to the end pretty well, but and we'll see it all start to even out. But yeah, we've got a few boys in early.
Yeah, and I see JB's not letting Cromley have it his own way, Davo. That margin is, you know, you don't even have to look at the splits. You can see he's on him.
Yeah, it's taken him a few laps. He broke away from Stoneley before Stoneley entered the pits, and had a bit of a gap on him.
Oh, big run wide from John.
Yeah, just in the last few laps, we sort of disappeared there for a little while. He's actually gathered a little bit more momentum and probably pulled a few more car lengths. He's just watching that. He was a little bit loose coming into the left-hander back there, and probably just want to watch his temps and his pressures.
Yep.
As he's probably pushed pretty hard to get up behind that car, and
yeah.
And he'd probably want to just settle that thing down and try and match its numbers before attacking.
Yep. So Aztec doing what he does. He's in P3 right now, so doing nothing wrong. Jeffro currently sitting P2 in the championship. He's P4. Steve-O still holding out Steve Wilton and Josh Vediger. This is a stunning drive from Steve-O. Been waiting for me old mate to step it up and take it to these boys, because I know what he's capable of. So do you, Davo. You know, Steve-O's been around a while. If he gets the car in the right place, he's an awesome performer.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, raced plenty with Steve-O over the years, a long time.
Yes. Like
yourself, and yeah, plenty of respect.
As we see Aztec in.
Aztec in.
Can we just
nice little pit entry there too. Yeah, you would have checked the timer on it, but he literally power slid into the.
Did he?
Oh, had it nailed. Round the right hander, power slided out of it, and then hit the pit limiter. Let's watch this.
Okay,
check this time, mate.
Which is probably going to. Oh no,
here we go.
Oh, that was slick. That was about a 4-second stop.
What was that?
Wow.
That's like a 4-second stop if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, mate.
Man.
That will serve him. Those boys up
it hardly
front.
Got on the jacks. They had the wheels off the bastard.
Yes, yes. He'll hopefully clear Bear here very, very quickly, as he does.
Yep. Very quickly.
I tell you what, man. Jeff Burse, John McDonald, and Luke Compton are going to have to do blinding stops to beat that.
know it.
That is going to have to be. I'm just going to go back to that Stephen Melling battle. They've caught
Like,
Jeff.
these guys, you can throw a blanket over this lot
They've
for the
caught-
whole race.
They've caught Jeffro really well. Oh, Farmer having a big look.
How close was that?
I've got to grab a replay on that. Oh, I don't want to break away from the live. As Joshy has a look on Farmer.
He's just showing the nose.
Seriously,
He's been
dude.
doing it the whole time, eh?
It's like a pack of seagulls fighting for the one chip, mate, isn't it?
Oh, isn't it? Oh, see Josh on the inside.
Jeffro
there,
peels
back.
off. Jeffro peels off.
Jeffro
into the
peels
pit.
off. Okay.
Did you want to
Probably
catch
a
him?
smart move.
Did you want to jump on him and just get a timer on that? I'll stay with the battle.
I'll catch that.
Far out. That was Jesus. That Steve-O will be. You know, he'll be feeling that BMW badge right up the clacker. Oh look, Nick McIndoe's he's staying there too. And I hope sooner or later that Nick can actually get a really good stop because he's had a
6.
Okay, so that's a good stop. Not quite Aztec speed, but very, very good.
Because I reckon 6 or 7 is acceptable. You
Yes.
know, like, really. Because I know 4 is doable, but jeez.
Yep.
Whoa.
Wow,
That's impressive stuff.
Farmer over under looking everywhere on Steve-O.
So Aztec is past Burst, clearly. Yes.
No.
Yes. Not on the data it is.
Not on
but
the data?
He is. On
Yes.
screen he is.
Yes. Okay, he is. Okay, so
Yes.
you've got the data.
So he'll go past. I reckon he'll go past. Shit, if he's gone past Jeffro,
Right.
he could easily go past. Who was behind Jeff? Steve
Steve-O.
Melling.
Yeah.
Steve Melling,
Yep.
Steve Wilton, and Joshua Vediger.
But he already
So-
was. He already was in front of these guys. He was sitting P3. So what I'm saying is look out Luke Compton and John McDonald. You better do a good job in the pits because
definitely.
Aztec is coming and he's got pace because I've just looked and his last lap
And look at his
round.
last lap. Look at his last lap now. That's right.
Okay, what was to say? That was his. As Steve-O peels off, can you give us a timestamp on his pit stop?
Yes.
Alright, so we'll try to be as informative as we can, viewers.
We'll try.
Okay. Maybe. JB's still chasing him. Even the Farmer's still got. Nick McIndoe's actually clawed back into this a little bit better.
Oh, 4.5. 4.5, 5.
So Steve-O
Mate.
with a brilliant
Yeah.
stop.
Nice quick stop.
Okay, so we need to be looking. Where's
We've got
Aztec?
somebody else coming in the background there, actually. Who's
Okay.
that?
Bear Grylls and Ashley Vediger.
That's really good.
Okay, so Steve-O gets out in front of Jeffro. Yes, he does.
Oh, wow.
That's big.
Nice work.
That's big. So that is
So
legitimately for
that's the
position.
move we were looking for, wasn't it?
And then how far down the road from Steve-O is Aztec?
Super B, I was thinking it was the Aztec.
Oh,
Jeffrey
he-
thing, but
there's
it
only
was,
a
Steve.
There's only a corner in it. So Steve-O's... He's mirrored
just-
Aztec.
He has, because he's just there.
He is. So...
That is very close.
So I'll tell you what, I'm still saying John McDonald and Luke Crompton have got to get this
look
right.
out. Okay.
Has they just
as
come
we
up on a
see-
couple of lappers?
Yes, a couple of lappers there as Luke gets a little bit slippy on the way out.
Who was that?
McDonald.
going past?
Probably gets a little bit better pass on that lap car there.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Not a lot. One of the netters there, actually, it was.
Okay, so still watching. I've got my eye still on Damien Jones and BK, who stopped very, very early. Now they went right to the back of the field.
So Damien's behind Burst. He's right behind Burst at the moment. And right behind Steve Melling.
Yep.
Actually.
So this has served
So
Jarks
he-
well
He has served Jarks well.
because the likes of Mudgee, Mule, Jake McKellar, Matt Cook, Aaron Enright.
And-
As we see Jake McKellar stopping.
And if you just quickly look back from behind Damien Jones, BK, he's a little bit behind, but then he's got Stoneley
Right on.
giving him right on him. So
Right.
you can see how it's panned out there with the early stops, and these boys are sticking together there.
Oh, I can't help but think that Luke and John are going to play this game in the 60-minute races that they've played all season long, where they wait till about 8 minutes to go before they change their tyres, which they've shown that with pace, and they're both running in the 53.9s, 53.8s.
They're not mucking around.
No one in the last lap was in the same bracket.
No.
Those guys there are going to run long.
Oh, yeah, I do. Oh, well, look, I'm just looking at it now. I was going to say, definitely down to the top 5, but I'm just thinking top 7.
Yeah.
Maybe top 8. Aztec's already been in, so...
It's the top 8 that haven't stopped.
Has Mule stopped? He hasn't. No, clearly he hasn't. So, yeah. But definitely the top 5. And now looking at it with Enright in 6, he'll stay out. And Cook potentially will stay out as well.
Hey, something we haven't mentioned either, Davo, that I think probably as I watched Matt Cook just run wide out of one of the right-handers there, man, I think the reality of drivers getting a drive-through track cuts tonight is probably pretty big, eh?
Well, you would have thought so too. It's got some tricky little chicanes, and like that bottom of the hill little flip-flop thing is what turn is that? Turn 4.
Yes.
As they roll into turn 5 there. Mate, if you don't get a cut there side by side with someone, you're not trying hard enough.
Josh Vertigo in the pits. Oh, I didn't get to count a stop. I'll go back 10 seconds and I'll count it up for you, mate.
Yeah, count that one off. We've got Enright in as well. I'm going to count Enright's off. No, Enright's out.
I'm going to say Josh's was around 6 seconds. As you watch Steve-O just round him up. And he does. Rounds him up, so that... Is that a net gain for Josh? Hang on. It is.
No, Josh was behind
Jeffrey. So it's a net gain.
he was at the back.
Yes.
Of that pack.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that is a net gain for Josh.
They slowly gobble him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that pit stop served them well, Davo.
There's one car missing out of that little pack. Who was that?
So Farmer.
McIndoe? No,
Farmer.
McIndoe. Oh, it's Farmer.
Yep.
So Farmer's running in 3rd, no pit stop yet.
No, he hasn't stopped yet. He's running long. He'll probably... And same with Nick McIndoe.
Yeah.
I reckon you see both these boys will go, like, you know, anywhere from 15 minutes to go.
Oh, yeah. They'll run super long.
Aaron Enright just... he's on an out lap. How's Ashley Vertigo recovering? Because he had good pace and quality, got it all wrong off the start, got some sort of drive through, and now he's in 22nd, so he's
21st actually at the moment.
Oh, sorry, 21st. Yeah, he's having a rough night of it.
Sandwich between Wilson in the Porsche and Bear in the Jetta.
Yep.
Just managing his pace at the moment. Probably not overly comfortable where he is at the moment.
Absolutely nobody got an answer for those front two though on 53 second laps.
No way.
That's just so yeah, like Farmer best of the rest at that point on a 4-4.
Yeah, but if you look at the
Steve-O on a 4-2 the last.
deltas at the moment, you know, like the top 3 are down on theirs, and you know the 7, 8, 9s are fluctuating up and down and getting quicker times. But so it's all about that management, isn't it, J-Man?
I just picked up on a big battle here. Craig Stoney just running wide, but Jake McKellar, BK, Craig Stoney, Aaron Enright. This battle here, I'm just going to go to Helicab so I can just pick up on these boys. I'll just blank out that screen. I'll pick up on those guys there coming down. past this tree line here, through this left-hand flip-flop. BK hungry.
Very fast.
BK really hungry on McKellar there. So this pack here, and this is effectively for 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th.
That's it.
Which could be effectively first, second, third, fourth in these guys' minds. Yeah, these guys are in the 55 second to 54 high bracket. Probably very similar pace to each other. I'm a little surprised to see Craig Stoney in there. I thought he might have moved forward, so I guess if we had tracked him maybe a little closer, he might have run into some issues earlier on. So I just want to track those last laps. So John McDonald was around 3.5, 4 tenths faster. Was he? No, 2 tenths, sorry, faster than Cromley the last lap. But they both had about 6 tenths on Farmer. So Farmer's not making any inroads at all on the front two. Oh, John Boy's pulled off. John Boy, we have just seen John Boy come to a stop.
Yep. And he's in a very awkward position on the track, mind you.
He is. I'm not sure what's going on there. This is big championship stuff.
Oh, it's not too bad. That's interesting. What's going on there?
Well,
He's had a connection issue, surely.
No, well.
Oh no, I can hear the car revving. No, that's a connection issue. He's disconnected.
Has he?
That car's not moving anywhere.
Oh, that is.
It's stuck. It's had it. He's gone.
He's dropping like a stone, mate.
Nah, that car's.
Oh, that's tragic. Anyway, moving on. You know, you're gonna have nights like that. I hope I didn't jinx him. I talked to him on the phone earlier today, and I did mention, you know, we're all only a DNF away from livening up a championship. Shit. All right, so that lets Luke well and truly off the hook.
And you'll see that as the boys roll past him, they'll be just thinking, they'll be rubbing their hands together, they'll smell the blood. I've got Josh Frediger with the drive-through up on my data there, J-Man. So what's going on with that? So let's expect to see young Frediger. So he's coming into the pits now to serve that DT.
Okay.
He will not be happy about that.
Right. So what does this do championship implication-wise? I can tell you right now, the front four have still not stopped. I tell you what, it could well and truly see Steve Mellon up on the podium here, like potential P2 stuff. John Boy back to the pits now.
That car's moved back to the pits now, so that'll be interesting to see what happens now. Not sure of the etiquette here with the server or the ability for the boys to rejoin, gentlemen.
No problems there, mate. No problems there. They can jump in. He'll clearly go down a lap, but
of course, but he's still able to retrieve his race to a certain extent and gather some points. As we just see the half race 30-minute mark
come up,
roll past.
This battle between Steve-O, Jeffro and Jarkus is still alive and well, well and truly.
Yeah, I suppose the shining light there is actually Damien Jarkus in the matte blue BMW, who went in early. Wasn't really in a nice position early in the race, and went in really early, and he's just popped out here in a really good position.
Yeah, car looks good. I'm just looking at the rear wing of Jeffro, and Jarkus ranging up on Jeffro. Car looks good into the apex. A little bit of push there mid corner. Actually a little bit oversteer off the corner too.
Jarkus rocking some pretty hardcore equipment too, just quietly at the moment with some upgrades. So yeah, well done to Jacques to have his get his stuff sorted out nice and quickly in a couple of weeks and really start getting on point with the handling of that new gear.
Just picking up, just slightly ahead of those guys, not by much, but Steve O'Malley. We're just gonna give him a plug on the drive that he's got going tonight.
Yeah, he's doing well there. And
this will make for a good Friday if he can back this up, take this to the flag. Yeah, it'll make being tired all worth it. And then looking up the road just that little bit further, Aztec just doing what Aztec does and just going out and banking just a solid result. And maybe this is P2 and Steve-O's P3. And this is obviously calling it half an hour early, but
you know, Aztec will be focused on that pointy end of the field. He's stopped. And he's just going to be trying to keep that thing as clean and as fast as possible for the rest of his race.
Yep.
So when those boys pit, he's right there.
Yeah. Okay, so I did see in the background just before, off the back of that other pack, that Aaron Enright, Jake McKellar, BK, and Craig Stonley, it's still going on. It hasn't changed.
No.
Other than the fact that, you know, we're a few more laps down the track, so that's still pretty healthy. Cam May and Mudgee going at it. Did notice Cam May earlier in the week. He's your current leader for the Pro-Am Championship, currently sitting in P15, and he was one of the only guys I've seen out there on an official Tuesday pracky, cutting laps. He's taking it reasonably serious, and he's got Mark Mudgway, who you know as well as I do, Davo, can go out and win a round. This guy's got
without a doubt.
All sorts of pace when he gets it going. So you could see Mudgee battling there with Cam May, but yeah, great showing from Cameron as well. So as we go back, Nick Davison, it's actually not that far behind. You can see him coming out of the final corner behind these guys as we just watched Mudgee just having a big look. Does he look to the inside into one? He does. Be big on brakes down here. Clearly caught up with Crossy midweek, grabbed some NASA pads and smashed it down there comfortably. Actually looked like he had a bit in reserve. So Cam not contesting that too much. Oh, I tell a lie, he's actually come back down the inside and actually doesn't want to give it up. So
he's returning serve.
Yeah, great bit of driving there, boys.
Just kind of hung out to dry a little bit there in the Porsche and couldn't quite gather it back together. And
Jesus, that was pretty exciting, wasn't it?
Good work from Cam there and Mudgee. Good driving, boys. And they run out of turn 5 here, up in the tricky little 6-7 chicane here.
Yeah.
J-Man, this is, I wonder whether this is where some of the cuts come from.
I reckon.
Yeah.
You reckon that's the last of the drive-throughs we see? That was only the halfway point just before.
I didn't expect the Josh Vediger drive-through, to be honest, so I didn't expect him to be pushing the threshold that hard, but then he has been languishing a little bit down a few positions than what he'd like, so clearly pushing hard for it, mate?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just look a bigger bear than Troy. They're reasonably close. They've got a battle going on for 19th, 20th. Jacob's out there in the 118 Aston. A little bit lonely at the minute, but he's banking laps. He's got all the experience going, and he's ahead of Kenny Simpson. And
so is that McDonald? McDonald's car's on track.
He's back out there.
He's only just got there because I only looked at him a minute ago, less than 60 seconds ago. It was in the pit still. The McDonald car's back on track.
It is.
Although in 23rd position, several laps down. At least 3, maybe 4 laps down.
Jesus.
At least 4 laps down on the leaders anyway. So.
Part of me would love to get a read on that, but we might save that for a different cast, mate. We'll leave that for a different show, but
and probably not wanting to stress John's internet at the moment either, maybe.
No.
So
we might get a chat about that later in the week. Yeah. What I did pick up on though, the last couple of laps have been very similar, although Comley grabs a few tenths on Steve Wilton that one, but the last one there was nothing to be had of their lap times. There is a
Okay, so Buell's pitted since we looked back at that little battle
Yep.
last time.
Yep.
Who else? There's somebody else that's pitted there too.
Jacob.
Muckett. So Nick's still out. Cookie's still out.
Yeah, Slick's still going around. Cookie's still going around. Aztec's the first of the stoppers. He's actually not that far behind Cookie. I didn't see what that margin was from Bromley to Steve Wilton. 17 seconds. It's a good gap.
Yeah, well, that's not going to change
No.
anytime soon. I mean, we say that now. They haven't pitted, have they, man?
We have seen some massive differences in the pit stop.
We have. So look, we wait.
We've seen that being absorbed in a pit stop.
We wait in
Anticipation. Absolutely.
Don't we, brother? So
Yep.
pit stops are so critical at the moment. It's great to watch you guys. The races out here. Just the calculated moves and the non-calculated, obviously, mistakes and hiccups and it's tough to watch sometimes.
Oh yes.
But yeah, it makes it what it is. It makes it exciting. So yeah, really good.
So I don't know what happened to Kenny Simpson, Dave, but he's a couple of laps down and he hasn't cleared his stop yet either.
Yeah, Kenny off his game tonight, and quite possibly if Kenny's right off his game, he may not pit. So who's that coming in now just behind Kenny Simpson? That's a car just rolling in there now.
It's John McDonald, because his pit stop wasn't cleared either. Because you got to remember he potentially escaped to pit.
He's rolling that car in to do his compulsory pit stop now.
Yep.
Get it out of the road.
Yep. And you may see John play the
we see
mathematics
an Asrnz
here.
actually rolling in behind too.
Yeah, so that's Matt Cook.
That's Matty Cook there.
I just want to see his time here, what he does. I've just got the camera on Matt actually, in the beautifully presented Aston, that British Racing green, very traditional colours. John Boy's out. John Boy must have had a slick stop.
He did have a very quick stop, mate. I was watching.
I'm going to say 9. Yeah.
7.5.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay,
Yep.
9.
Yeah, somewhere there. I'm going to say between 7 and 9. We'll call it 8, eh?
Okay. I'll get your halves.
Yeah. As we just see Joshy come past Cookie.
Okay. And as we expected, pardon me, we see Aztecs climb into 4th position.
Yep.
Okay, and then we were talking about this earlier.
And he stopped.
Yeah, he stopped.
He's the first of the stoppers.
And he has just kept racing in clean air the whole time. He's been, since he stopped, so he's a good calculated move, really kept making pace, hitting his numbers. And he is waiting for their pit stops. You watch this.
Yeah, I'm liking that paint scheme this week too. I think the black rims.
Hey, it's rocking. It's looking good, isn't it?
It is, mate. It's like the dirty Aston, mate. It's a filthy Aston. I like it.
Okay. As we see, Crompo's just rounded up Bear Grylls, and I think it's Troy there, Troy Wilson in the pink Porsche. But
yeah. Okay. So Lukey just lapped those boys.
So Steve will start sneaking up behind that bunch. Actually, there's a few cars down there. Who's that? That's Soper as well, Jacob.
Cam May hasn't done his stop yet either. And he's in 16th, so that will potentially hurt Cam. I look back there.
Yeah, Cameron doesn't look like he got tangled up in anything too radical. Not what we noticed on the stream anyway tonight. So it's
as we
unusual
just
to
watch
see. Here
him
he goes.
peel in.
yeah, there's funny you say that. There you go, he's in. So, yeah, no benefit, I suppose, and maybe no loss either to do a late stop for him. But yeah, unusual for a probably one of the guys running towards the back, you know, the mid to back section of the pack to come in so late.
I'm going to call it
But
6 seconds.
Not a bad stop though.
Yep.
I totally agree.
Yep.
Yeah, good 6 second stop. So no mucking around, and well, who knows? Might make himself a position on track somewhere here.
So I just want to see this margin. It was around 17 seconds last time we looked for Cromley to Wilton. It's now 18.6. It's not growing a lot. It's not growing a lot. I think it's probably three to 5 tenths a lap here and there, which I guess is, in the grand scheme of things, Farmer's definitely not catching Cromley. Yeah. But I don't know that many were. Possibly John McDonald had an answer for him before that technical issue, but I'd say Lukey's going to have it all his way off the back. I'm going to say with a 18.5 second margin, as we see Farmer run really, really wide down into turn 3 there.
Yeah. And Scott McIntyre can with too. McIntyre's not that far behind him, Joe-Man. So,
no, he's not. And looking solid.
Yeah, so he's just pretty well matching Steve Wilkes'
exactly matching it.
Yeah. So yeah, just that's one space to watch. And again, we talk about these pit stops. Like you watch these guys, two guys come in. Look, there's only 2 seconds there.
Yes.
Isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah.
In that gap there.
This is the chance, Nick, if you're watching this back, to make it all right, brother. You come in here and lay down a 3.5 second stop, mate. We'll take it all back. Oh dear.
Well, most of it anyway. But
you can't revoke it all, but Yeah.
So, but definitely we are watching. We're watching Aztec. We're watching Steve Melling. Melling and Aztec too. All the boys from down to about Burst there.
Yep.
Have down to Burst there. Oh. And then Damien's not so close, but it's going to bunch up.
Hey,
BK's close.
BK's on the move here too, mate, because he's gotten past Jake McKellar. Craig,
he has.
Craig Stoneley. The Stoner hasn't actually gone that far ahead. He has sat in there. He's willing, wait and watching. Josh is starting to range up on the back of that pack as well. He's actually coming to join this party. But Aaron Enright is just freaking solid, mate. The guy has there's been lots going on behind him, and he's just kept his cool.
Yeah, keeping it solid, definitely from Enright, and we've seen it from him before. You can stay focused in some tough conditions, and that's what it takes sometimes in when you're chasing those top 10 finishes. So, oh, sideways!
Jake, Jake.
That was McKellar. So
I'll get a replay on that.
BK slipped in front of him. Enright kept the head down. BK slipped behind him, and then McKellar with a big slip, and then Camaro put Stoneley right up on the tail.
Yeah, it was huge.
Of that car, it was huge. I thought he was going to hit the wall.
Good save, Jakey. But a speedway action, mate.
That was close work, mate.
As we just watched Cromley come around, I'm just going to pick up on him. Does he peel in? Yes, we've got him live, just peeling in the lane.
Here we go.
We need to see how quick this stop is.
So we're looking at about 15 minutes left in the race.
Yep.
Track temps are dropping, ambience dropping, Cromley's coming in. Wilton stays out.
Wilton gets the lead.
Watch Cromley's.
Yep. As he stops.
McIntyre stays out. Slow.
Oh, it's between 8 and 10, mate. I'm going to say it's 9 seconds. Yeah.
Slow.
So he's going to be vulnerable to Aztec. Aztec rounds the last corner.
Aztec. No, he's got Aztec.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Oh,
Are you sure?
yes, definitely.
I tell you what,
Aztec
it has
just coming across the
closed it
line.
up, mate.
Just coming across the line. So,
Okay.
easily got, but Crompton, uh, I wouldn't say a terrible stop, but at this end, like at this end of the game, these guys it's the top end of the field, and that's a slow stop.
Yeah, I think.
If you're playing with the big boys, and be interesting to see whether Wilton or McIndoe cut a better stop, because that'll put him in front of him.
Well,
They could quite possibly put him in front.
yeah, oh, Luke Crompton with the stop go 30 seconds. She's all gone bad. He has got a stop go 30 seconds, so that is all gone bad.
There you go.
This will relinquish the race lead to Aztec, I believe. Wow.
Surely.
That is blue, mate.
Tough stuff.
Jesus, it's all falling into the hands of the one and only Aztec at this point. He will possibly not be aware of that at the moment. Maybe he's got the data up.
He may not be aware of that.
So realistically now, the battle for me, the one to watch, is the pit stop battle between Farmer and Nick McIndoe.
Yep.
And they both stay out. 7 minutes and 17 seconds to go before the pit window closes.
I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, so thank you, mate. So there you have it. As we got Luke Crompton coming in to clear that stop as soon as he possibly can, but 30 seconds. What will 30 seconds do to Luke Crompton? I suspect, 30 seconds gonna put him down. I'm gonna say he might come out inside the 10, because he did have about an 18-second margin on the majority of the field. So the reality is
which is a fairly big chunk, isn't it?
It's I mean, he's still going to give away 12 seconds to the best part of the pack, mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are your eyes on at the moment?
Kenny come on. I'm looking at Cromley. Look at this 30-second stop. I shouldn't. It's painful watching. I'm gonna jump off of there.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. We need to look at Wilton or McIndoe still out.
So as you see, Aztec take that position. Steve-O's got him as well. Jeff's got him as well. Jarks.
Damien.
Cromley's on his way out. Is he vulnerable to anybody else? Yeah, he's been taken by a lot of people. So, man, this battle, I can't. I'm gonna have to stick with this Nick McIndoe, Steve Wilton battle.
We have to, because they're the last.
They're in the same frame.
J-Man,
the same camera's got these boys.
This is where the race comes down to now.
Here comes Wilton.
Wilton comes in. Clearly, this was going to happen.
McIndoe
follows.
in. Oh, here we go.
Wilton.
I'll watch McIndoe. Yep. I think if we can get on the pit cam, we should be able to get both these boys. Camera pits. Yeah, here we go. Both these boys trundling down pit lane.
Nice work from the boys. The stress. Look, everybody's watching.
All the engineers on the radios.
Wilton, Lightning, 4.5.
Oh, Slick backs up. We're at 20 seconds. And he's still not done his stop. It's all gone bad for Slick.
It's all gone bad. Wilton comes out.
It would have been a 30-second stop.
Side by side with Jeffro in.
Just go back 10 seconds.
Very close with Wilton, and Jeffro's round. Very sideways. There's three of them now. That is Jarks getting involved there. He wants a part of it.
Oh.
Very tight racing there, J-Man. Oh, and the BMWs have a little bit of a hip and shoulder. Just
bit of a touch up bit of bad touching between Farmer and Jarks.
maybe a little there. Sharks doesn't mind a bit of a rub every now and then, so he was alright on that.
And so what that did, as it's all shaken out now, the only person to have not completed their compulsory stop at this point is we're just watching Jarks getting massively sideways and then
he
running
does
wide.
too, look at that.
Is
He's lost his
that
focus.
Aztec has taken he has taken the race lead. So Aston
Yeah.
Martin driven by Aztec into
And-
P1, Aston Martin
as-
in P2 driven by Steve Melligan,
Yeah,
Aston Martin
yeah.
in P3 driven by Jeff Burse.
Jeff first, yeah. But Steve Wilton right behind. But you know as well as I do that Jeffro will not let anything get past him easily.
No.
Farmer knows that.
Yeah.
As well. So Farmer, these guys race plenty over the years.
Oh,
And,
yes.
yeah, what a cracking battle.
Okay, so where do
Who
you...
is that in the background? That is actually
JB.
JB.
Some three...
Fortunately, some 3 or 4 laps down. Yes, that's right.
Yep.
But just sneaking up behind that group and worthy to be there, really, at the end of the day, J-Man.
Yep.
But yeah, unfortunate circumstances for him. Obviously, we will get a bit of a debrief with him, hopefully after the race, and just find out what the hell went on there.
Aztec into that right-hander there. Where's Steve-O? Here.
Steve-O's going
Az-
to the right now.
Aztec
mid-eight,
into the
mid
chicane.
corner.
Aztec in and
Yeah.
out of the chicane. Steve-O approaching the chicane, because what I can tell you is that Steve-O was nearly a second a lap quicker the last 2 laps. So, I don't know what's going on there, but he's got 7.3 seconds up the road to Aztec. He's got 3.7 back to Jeffro, which, yeah.
But he doesn't have enough time on the clock to do it.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
No.
And I think as long as he keeps doing what he's doing, he's gonna. This is a well-earned podium. A well-earned podium. Where do you want to look? I'm just looking down the field, and I've got a pretty close margin between. So who is that? That's Ashley. There's a little run wide there. I don't think that's from position because Beer's further back. Nick Davison just clearing his official stop. With 6 minutes to go, it's not all done as Aztec's going to come up on Nick Davison there as a lap car, because the track cut penalty system is very much alive and well, I think, because we just see Jacob Soper get a drive through. So I don't know what Jacob's done. I suspect it's probably a track cut, as I just mentioned it. So he will have to visit the pit lane again. So more real-time steward involvement in this round than we've seen all season, David.
Yeah, and I mean, all the boys are, playing the same game. Everyone's playing by the same rules, and I suppose at the end of the day, it takes a little bit of the decision making away from race control, after the fact, and it all gets dealt with on the night, during the race. So these boys get like well off the track, and so and don't get cuts. So
yeah. I mean, look, if they lift and they haven't made any gain, the game whips it out. But hey,
right.
I see the cameras have just started rolling again on Aaron Enright. Craig Stoney getting heavily sideways there through that right-hander. But so that picked up on these boys because this has been a race-long battle. This hasn't changed. I mean, the BK Craig Stoney battle. I might just jump on here with Craig Stoney on board.
Yeah, applying plenty of pressure. Oh, he's gone in there. Oh, very tight.
Just came out of the cockpit because I just wanted to see that. So he was well up there but backed out of it.
Yeah, tough. The back section, as much as it sort of begs you to do it, it's not the place to do it.
But
make
look
a
down
pass
here.
through there, and
Man.
yeah,
And this has allowed Josh to jump back on the back of this, which will be You know, Josh is inside the 10 again after that drive through. What has that done to Crompo? Crompo P13, so that's not a bad recovery. Only 3 seconds up the road to Cookie, so I expect to see Crompo with 3 minutes to go make at least another place, maybe 2. Definitely just maybe 1 actually, just looking at those margins. As the hunter becomes the hunted, looking at the cameras, Joshy all over the back of Craig Stoneley now. We'll give a little bit of credit. We credit you, Davo. We'll just jump up the front, have a look at Aztec, who's got a pretty hard done. Oh no, sorry, it's Nick Davison behind him. Steve O'Melling, that margin hasn't changed, it stayed static at around 7.5 seconds. Steve O's maintaining the 3.7 to Jeffro. Farmers made a little bit of margin on Jarkus. Jarks has got a hard charging John McDonald trying to unlap one of his 4 laps off. So John won't get too heavily involved in this. He'll sort of sit there. If the opportunity struck, he'd probably take it, but otherwise there's nothing really to gain here.
Yeah, definitely nothing to gain for JB here.
Back to the solid 6th position.
They're probably going to sit back there and spectate what's going on in front.
Yep. So back to the solid 6th position for Aaron Enright. And then this big battle for Joshy and BK. So, actually, what's that? So we missed something there because...
Joshy and McKellar swapped places a couple of times.
Yeah, they did,
yeah.
Nick McIndoe, that pit stop absolutely shattered him. I believe he was on for that battle between Steve-O, Jeffro and Farmer.
Without a doubt.
So when he gets that sorted, and I know you're probably going to watch this, and
the pit stop was awful.
So shut up, J-Man. But the reality is you got to that part of your game slick. You've got to tidy that up, mate, and you will be a force to be reckoned with because you've got all sorts of pace out on track. So chin up, and yeah, we'll hope to see right those wrongs in the pit stops. Stoneley, not sure what happened to Stoneley there, but he's clearly dropped off that pack.
McIndoe all over the back of McKellar now.
Okay.
With the Camaro battle.
Okay, we'll jump on there. Yep.
And I'd probably say the McIndoe car. It's probably that chrome paint, but it's probably a little bit quicker than the McKellar car in front. So,
yep.
It's just interesting to see whether he can actually get it up the side.
You think it's maybe even Teflon, you know?
Yeah, there's something going on with that chrome paint. Sure, like Camaro shouldn't go that fast.
No, it's not natural. Oh, is he? What the hell happened there? No, they didn't touch. No, something happened to Jake though. Jake really rolled out of it.
Looked like Jake had a bit of a wriggle and McIndoe just snapped away to maybe even avoid something there. I'm not sure, gentlemen. I just got one particular angle of it, but yeah, interesting stuff. And
so Josh has got BK. Josh has got BK, and he is now looking for. He's looking at Aaron, who's defended that 6th position for as long as we can go. Oh, so okay, so
the Porsche's running long on its tyres really well because it struggled early.
So I'm just watching Aztec now as he comes round on the final lap there, Davo.
Yes, nice work, Aztec.
Yep. She's an Aston show tonight, mate. Jeepers creepers, the BMW boys will be just... Yeah.
They'll be dirty.
What could have, should have, maybe...
They'll be dirty.
Yep.
Hey, look, but listen, the crowd was screaming, you know, like the BMWs were too fast for the first 2 rounds and the Mercs and shit, and look at this now.
Yep.
Here we are.
The Asrnz have stepped up.
This Asrnz have stepped up, albeit with Luke Compton. All the cars look fantastic on my
They
screen
do.
at the
They do.
moment
They
tonight.
are. They're brilliant. As we
lot
watch,
of chrome, beautiful paint.
as we
nice
watch
stuff.
the 11 car of Aztec come around the final corner, throws it in there.
Nice work.
Brilliant job, man. He just didn't do anything wrong all race.
No, played the long game too.
Yep.
I reckon, gentlemen. Played
Steve
it really
O'Malley
well.
for an epic P2. That's amazing
Yep.
from Steve O.
Yeah,
Great drive. Jeff
Top job,
Burse
Steve.
for
Jeff
P3.
Burse.
Farmer for P4. He'll be wrapped.
Flashing the headlights. He will be wrapped.
And I don't know what.
Damien.
Oh, and
Damien
he's out of gas.
I betcha.
And look at this, the BMWs are there to support each other. Does he maintain it, or does Aaron get him? Aaron's coming out the final corner. No, Damien Jarkus Jones gets that
He's gonna get
position.
this.
Aaron Enright maintains at 6. Josh Vetter for 7. BK for 8. Nick McIntyre
Is
9.
that allowed? Is race control lead?
I'm not sure, mate.
We've got to look at this stuff.
Craig
I'll tell
Stonley
ya.
for 11. Matt Cook for 12. Luke Crompton for 13th, so he didn't make any more positions up there.
Nice work.
Mark Mudgway, Nudgy coming in 14th position. Solid drive, way prefer that paint scheme, Mudgy, stick with that.
Yep. Nice work.
Oh, Mule just gets it drift off out of the final corner for 16th. And we missed Ashley Vidiger in there somewhere, some timing loop, something. So he got 15th. Mule for 16th.
And
Cam May.
Boys, this is the boys are a lap down here on 31. Are they? They're
Yep.
just coming around still now. Here we go.
Yeah, so Cam May looking like he's coming round in 17th.
Yeah,
but
Cam
Troy
May-
really close to him.
We're really close to two Porsches. Nose to tail there.
Grillsy.
Bear Grillsy.
Wow, well, no time like the present. We might as well go through this podium. So we'll start off with Jeff Burse, I believe. I think I'm right there. Aztec.
Yes.
And Jeff
Yes.
Rowe.
Yes.
Alright, we'll grab Jeff Rowe. Oh, wrong channel. Bring him down here. Jeff Rowe, you there? You got comms?
Yeah, reading loud and clear, mate.
Well done on the P3, butter.
Yeah, thank you very much. Nothing for Steve. I had a little bit at the end there, but
Yeah, you grabbed about 6/10 in the last lap, actually.
yeah, I was still pushing. I
Yep.
didn't want Farmer to catch me, so.
Geez, that was an epic duel with Farmer after the pit stop, mate. That was
Oh,
massively just side by side, door handles, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
We were watching.
it stepped out sideways
It's
for some
epic.
reason.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
lucky to catch it.
We were well entertained, brother. So we were looking for replays because there was all sorts going on there. So hey, but massively, huge congratulations on the third, man. That's going to do your championship a world of favours in light of obviously clearly something happened to JB, our current championship
Yeah.
leader. Just
And
Bizarre.
Crompo getting a drive.
a 30 seconds. So
Yeah.
this could prove to be a very, very
Stop
good
that.
round for you, mate.
Yes.
So, hey, yeah, and congratulations on the round win at the triple header too. We'll just throw that in there, mate. Just a bit of acknowledgement that you did really well that round as well. So,
Yes. Golf,
thank you.
claps
Yeah.
all
yeah,
round.
100%.
Claps all
Yep,
round.
yep.
I
So,
didn't realise that until the other day. So,
Yep.
yeah, thank you.
we flavours of the night, mate. We've got some fortune favours, some naturalist unfiltered pale ales, mate. If you want to grab one on your way out, they're all yours.
Yeah, mate. Hey, I'll into that.
Awesome,
very
mate.
much.
All right, mate. Well, hey, look, well done, and we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, man. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Nice work from Jeff there.
Yeah, fucking epic.
Top bloke. Really good effort to nab a third there.
Yep. And
tonight,
as we
with
bring
a few ups
down
and downs.
the next guy, it is with absolute pleasure we welcome Steve-O to the
Stephen.
booth.
Stephen, I think his name is.
Yes, there's Mr. Melling. yes. Are you there, Steve-O?
Yeah, hey guys, how we go?
Grab a seat, grab a coldie, mate. You're
Oh, cheers, man, I need that.
Yep.
I've lost a kilo.
Relax.
Geez, if that wasn't a standout drive, what was, mate? That was bloody epic, man. You were just building on that all night, man. That was epic.
Mate, I had no idea, and when it turned out that I came into second place, that was good and bad, I suppose. Like straight away, you're realizing, oh my god, I can't believe I'm in this position. Just don't stuff it up, sort of thing.
Yeah, well, you got a bit of camera time, mate, and like you'll be able to watch it back and then actually work out, fill some of the gaps in between as you see some of the drive-throughs and the hard luck stories about stuff around you. But legitimately, outside of a couple of hard luck stories, you were still working your way towards a battle for the podium anyway. Regardless of what was going on there, we could just see the numbers and you just the start of the race, mate, was spectacular. You know the way that. I think probably I'm going to refer to the pass you put on Josh. You just opportunistic. It was there. You put it on off the back of somebody else slipping up the inside as Josh made a mistake, and I think that set the tone. It looked like it set the tone for your race that you were going to move forward. But yeah, bloody proud of you, mate. That was a really, really good drive.
It's actually I apologise for that pass, saying that I didn't actually want to do it. But if I sort of been in that position before, and if I didn't take it, Farmer would have set himself up to pass me. So it was one of those situations you just have to take it. And it's like the last thing I want to be is in front of Josh, who's he's super fast, and I didn't need the pressure. I was more than happy trying to follow someone than have someone super fast behind me.
Yeah.
So I can say that mindset, like you say, once I passed him, I realised that it was pointless passing unless I try and just put my head forward and try and do good laps and once he had a bit of traffic as well, it sort of compromised him. I compromised him through a corner by my own mistake, which let Farmer pass him early on, and then so that sort of set the tone that they battled a little bit, gave me just enough breathing space, and then once Farmer peeled off into the pits, I could have swore Farmer, I was holding him up, and he was going to pop out way down the road. So that was a real surprise. To my pit stop was lightning.
Brilliant. Yeah, brilliant. I think Pat's Davo had eyes on you in the pit stop, and there was probably only a handful of guys that got that right, and you were one of them. And it's integral, mate. You take that out of your repertoire, and guys will just eat you up, the ones that do it right. So you had the whole package tonight, mate. You had a fast car, you had a great strategy. I think the mind was in the right place, mate, moving forward. And then even when Farmer was in paint through the chicane and out the back there, I just think you didn't yield. It was a more of an aggressive defensive and attacking Steve-O tonight, and I hope we see a bit more of that, because that was pretty frickin' entertaining, brother.
It's hard work though. I don't know if I could do that each week.
Yeah, sign up for that, mate. That's cool. Anyway, we're going to have to keep moving. Congratulations, mate. Grab a beer on your way out, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Cheers, guys. Thanks, heaps.
All right, so we shall grab cometh the man, cometh the minute, cometh the hour. Welcome, Aztec. A solid effort. Actually, an outstanding drive, bro. That was
cheers.
Yeah, all things considered, without some of the stuff that was happening around you, we saw you were still moving forward. We
were calling it from way back.
Yeah.
We were just watching you.
Before the drive-throughs, before the heartache stories, mate, we could see, and the pit stop number was impressive.
It was perfect, mate.
It was I think genuinely a third place car. That was.
I think it was potentially even second.
It was a podium car. It was definitely a podium car.
Yep.
But well played, man. And a couple of little hiccups from the other boys, but definitely deserved to be there, mate.
Yeah, unfortunate for Luke there and John.
Yeah, mate. That's a part of the gig. So
we're not sure about what I mean, it's probably the first round we've seen. I'm not even going to refer to whatever issues John had, because that was clearly a technical issue, but I think the race stewards got more involved this time than I've ever seen since we've gone to ACC. They had more involvement, and actually championship defining involvement at times too, I might add. So
Kunos will patch it the night before.
Yeah. So we did have a disco actually. I had a disconnection. I just
Did you?
lost the game. I don't know what was going on. It was really weird. You'll see in the stream too, on the replay, that it hung there, and albeit we lost to the server, TS stayed on, the broadcasting stayed on. I had nothing. So I had about a 3-minute reboot. I think about 40. So I'm going to say about 7 minutes in or something. But a stunning drive from you, mate. Like,
Cheers.
credit to you. You did just everything right all night. The car came alive at the back end of the quali session, we noticed. So, because those times were ridiculous.
Yeah, it runs damn fast though. It's crazy.
And so if you can win one of
Very
these things,
fast.
mate, you need to pat yourself on the back because that ain't easy.
Oh, I'm taking it.
Yeah, 100%. You deserved it. You deserved it.
Yeah,
So,
cheers.
hey, look, we'll let you bask in that, mate, and
Yeah.
we'll talk to you a bit later on. But yeah,
All right, man.
props,
Yep.
brother. Well done.
Cool. See you.
See you, mate.
Well, Davo, man, yeah, really rap for some of those guys. This
Epic.
we'll brief
Epic.
on this later in the week. But this has massive implications to people's championships.
It does.
You know I'm referring to you, JB, because I know you watch these things over a coldie, mate. So there actually is. It's a sympathy crafty, mate. It is. We didn't have any garage projects for you tonight, bud. We couldn't find any of those at the wholesalers, but we have got some Fortune Favours, the Naturalist Unfiltered Pale Ale, 5.3%. You are welcome to have some and maybe drown a few sorrows here, bud. These things happen. You'll fight back from this. We do thank Superior Joint Sealing for bringing this stream to us.
Yes, definitely. And also GoPro Racing, Hypercube Web Design and Online Marketing, Outdoor Effects, Spot Cleaning and Taupo, Macindoe Construction, Zero Vision Motorsport, and New Look Painting. We thank all of our sponsors.
Yes.
And thank all of our viewers, obviously, for joining us tonight on Twitch, and obviously all the boys that are racing. Obviously, it's back. So
yeah. So hey, look, that was a hell of a call tonight, Davo. Before we sign out, I've got to thank you, mate,
Yep.
for joining me up here in the booth every week. And you know, it's you know, I don't know you, mate, but I thoroughly enjoyed that one tonight. I think Hungaroring as a track to spectate and commentate is probably as good as these guys is to drive. So
yeah, no, definitely good fun, mate. And yeah, looking forward to next week. Usually I've got this up in front of me, but not sure what next week is. But yeah, looking forward to round 5.
yeah, yeah, we
next week.
We must be getting close to heading to Bathurst. I know that much. I'm not sure when, but what I can tell you though is we'll do a recap for you people before the commencement of race 1 next week. Because I tell you what, those championships that we went through, points, I suspect that leaderboard's going to shift around dramatically, Davo. So.
Oh, definitely. And it is Silverstone next week.
It is Silverstone.
Just quietly,
okay.
with another compulsory pit stop race. Awesome track.
Yep.
These cars will run well there. Plenty of room to move around on. Plenty of passing opportunities. It will be good. Yeah, like you're saying earlier, great call tonight. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, 100%.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, 100%, Davo. No, I'll be looking forward to maybe catching up later in the week and get a little bit match fit, and we'll see how we go.
Definitely. We love getting match fit.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll talk soon.
All right. Okay, signing out. Thank you to the viewers, and talk to you next week.
Thank you.